Ready? Are
Deep
you ready?
breath.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Get on camera.
I want the fishing reel. You have to reel me in. Hi! And welcome to From Salem with Love.
Oh, God. It's nice to be back.
It is. We took a little hiatus. I started school, so...
Yeah, but we're back. And we're starting off today with a shout out to Andrea from Indiana. First of all, because she just mailed me another shawl to give to my grandma. Look at this. The note, and I haven't even seen this yet, so this is like the live reveal. Oh, this is so pretty. So I've actually been seeing Andrea knitting this on Facebook, and I didn't realize that it was for my grandma. Thank you. It's
What
gorgeous.
yarn is this, though?
I don't know, but I will ask her.
We need to find out.
But the real reason that we were starting out with Andrea is because Andrea's husband, Andrew, had a question for us, and he was saying that our wall of yarn is a green screen. This is not a green. It's real. I can see touching all the yarns. It's definitely real. So there you go. Not a green screen. So today we are starting with what we're wearing.
Ooh.
And I think I've worn both of these things before. I've definitely worn this. This is my Lucky Charm shawl by Melody Hoffman in Christine's yarn, Skeinny Dipping. And this is the Mericash, and this color is called Olives, which I love. And I think I've worn my Dark and Stormy before. This is Dark and Stormy by Thea Colman with my very pretty, where are they? Melissa Jean ceramic buttons. This was knit in Mad Tosh Vintage in a color called William Morris that has been, discontinued many years ago. But you could knit it in Malabrigo Rios if you wanted to. And hold on, how do I show my back? Why is this always awkward?
Okay.
This is very awkward, but you can see the back is cable. I feel so elegant right now.
I'm a delicate flower.
So that's what I'm wearing. What are you wearing?
I wore this one before too. This is my shifty hat. And then this one here, this pattern will never be written because I have no idea how I did it. But this is actually one of probably my most sentimental pieces ever. So this skein right here is the first skein I ever bought at Circle of Stitches.
Aww.
This was actually originally made for my grandmother, because it was,
And this is Malabrigo Arroyo, right?
I believe so, yeah. And so this was made for her because she had lung cancer, and I was trying to make her something before everything kind of went down.
Yeah.
So her and my dad had this on them when they had gone and passed away. So it's like it normally is either on my chair in my living room or it's next to my bed. But I decided I was going to wear it today.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, when my dad was going through cancer treatment, I knit him a sweater to wear, and feel enveloped in love, and now it's, at my house because I kept it after he passed in my closet. So, I totally get it. What is next? What we're working on.
Oh.
So, I just finished knitting a baby sweater that is very, very overdue for a friend of mine who had a baby in the fall. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to say the name now because I know she's probably going to watch this, but you'll find out that it's yours when it arrives. And so, this is called the Sweetest Thing sweater. Is it Sweetest Thing? Or am I talking crap? No, it's Sweetest Thing. Sweetest Thing sweater by Melissa LaBar. Yeah, I said crap. It could have been worse.
It could have.
And it's got it's a little top-down raglan, and it has this little arrow motif. And I use Berroco Vintage, which is just a really nice workhorse yarn that's a wool and synthetic blend. This color is called Calico, and you can see it's really beautifully heathered. And, it's machine washable, which is great. And you all already know that I have a malfunction with attaching buttons. This thing's been ready for 3 weeks, and I haven't attached the buttons yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to put these adorable yellow buttons on it. It's going to be cute, and I'm going to do it this week. Hold me to it.
Who texted?
I'm just gonna end up mailing her the sweater with the buttons. BRB, we have someone at the door. And I'm back. And it's a package from JessaLu, so new project bags coming soon. Stay tuned. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so where were we?
So, I was saying, me and you were talking a little bit, and like we really wanted to highlight maybe some different options for different types of yarns, especially yarns at different price points, I guess, and that are good kind of introductory into the wool fiber knitting world. So your sweater was made out of the Berroco, and I wanted to just kind of highlight that line a little bit, because I find that even me, when I first came into the store and I was doing something, I was a little bit intimidated at first because I was like, okay, I was newer at crocheting. I hadn't even knit yet, and I remember just like looking at everything and like, oh, I don't want to do this right yet because I don't know if I have the skill set, or I don't know if I have if I'm going to end up ruining the yarn, or if I'm going to do something like that. So I wanted to highlight some options that you could play with, and that maybe you would be more comfortable with playing with them, I guess.
Yeah.
So I wanted to highlight the Berroco line for this. They have a couple of different weights.
Yeah. So one thing that people probably don't know about Berroco is, you know, they are a larger yarn supplier, but they are based out of Rhode Island. Their yarn is not made in the U.S., but their headquarters is in Rhode Island, so like an hour and a half from where we are. And so even though they're a bigger company, they're a company that we're able to have like a really good sort of close relationship with the folks who work there. So, you know, like they're a company that I feel really good supporting, and like I definitely feel like they make sort of the best kind of like basic yarns that we could have here.
So this one, I believe, is like the DK-ish weight, or
no, vintage. That's worsted weight. So that's what I used for my
worsted.
Sweater. Yeah, that's the vintage line.
All right, and then we have this one, which is in their chunky.
All right, the Ultra Wool.
The Ultra Wool.
Yeah, so the difference between the vintage line, which comes in a bunch of weights, and so do the Ultra Wool come in a bunch of weights, is that the vintage is wool and synthetic, but in machine washable, really great workhorse yarn. This is kind of one slight step up. It's 100% machine washable wool. But it's really good. And so this will be, you know, under $15 a skein. The vintage will be under $10 a skein.
And then I found the Remix Light ones. I just found them pretty.
Yeah, Remix Light is a line that's all tweeds, and it's wool free, and it's recycled fibers. So it's a bunch of blends. So it's nylon, cotton, acrylic, silk, and linen. So completely wool free. You know, the linen makes it beautiful. So does the silk, and it has that tweed because again they're using recycled fibers. So it's really eco-friendly and awesome.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And so we got off track, but
that's okay.
I'm gonna put this behind you because I'm quickly stashing everything behind Anna today, apparently.
No worries. Yeah, and now, what are you working on?
What am I working on? So I started designing a sweater. This is my design so far.
Yay! Get up close so people can see all the beautiful colors. Nice.
In a worsted weight, and it's going to be essentially this pattern repeated all the way down and down the sleeves. Wish me luck because I'm going to be starting the sleeves soon, so I'm making sure that I know how to do the DCs on those sleeves so that they work well and will go with all the different sizes. So, yeah. I'm excited about it.
This is awesome. And you said you're going to make one in my size for me?
Uh-huh.
Do I get to keep it afterwards?
Yeah.
No one has ever knit me a sweater other than myself. Amazing. All right. So, we got a brand new Spincycle colorway in the shop. It's called Light Years. So I wanted to show you some of that. And so this is Light Years. I have more skeins in here. Yeah. So isn't that beautiful? And so one pattern that I am really loving right now for Spincycle, like if you just want to get one skein, because, you know, we're talking again about trying to be a little budget conscious and, you know, have something for everyone. And Spincycle is definitely a pricier yarn, but there's a pattern by Stephen West called Slippy V's, and it's a really great way to have just one special skein of Spincycle that really shines on the project, and you just need 2 skeins of like a different fingering weight as the background, so you know you can really show off some Spincycle without breaking the bank. And let's drop in a photo of the shawl right now. Sweet. So I have some color combinations, and I'm realizing I arranged my basket not in a very smart way. But so I have chosen the Malabrigo Mechita as my background. It's a really beautiful fingering weight single ply, so it's super, super soft, and you know, it's got like good squish factor.
Just hold that while you do
Yeah, and so this color is called Teal Feather, and that's the one that I picked to pair with Light Years. To the left, because then you'll get like these colors really shiny on that beautiful teal background. I don't know what to...
It was a plan.
Alrighty then. We're just gonna keep moving on as if that wasn't totally weird and random. I love you so much. You're my favorite. So what else have we got in my basket? So this, I am not organized today. This color is called Plomo. It's a nice, kettle dyed gray, which has a little bit of purple undertones, and so I'm suggesting to pair this with Pick Your Poison, which is a gray with just little sort of like, pops of poison color, so you have purple and like that acid green. So this is kind of a fun neutral, I think. Really and then I have, of course, Frank Ochre Ocean and all the other names we've given it so far, and I've paired it with our favorite Family Jewels, because I actually think that teal and mustard go really well together, and because this has some gold tones in it, I think it would tie in really nicely. And let's see, I've got a few more here. Of course, I had to do a purple. This is Sabiduria, which we've definitely shown here before, and I paired it with Midsummer, right? So you get dark background, light pops throughout. And then this one is kind of opposite of that. This color is called Neverland. It's part of their Disney series. Here, it's beautiful, and I paired it with one of the newer colorways called Rosy Maple, and I think that skein is really gorgeous. Yes. And my last one, this is a beautiful color called Pegaso, which means Pegasus in Spanish. So it's nice blue tones, and I am pairing it with Robin's Egg, which has got some nice blues and neutrals in there. And so there you go. So that's something that I'm excited about, and it was actually Annie, who works here at the shop with me, who showed me this pattern, and she just wrote a blog post for the shop with her yarn suggestions. So she has, a different color sense than I do, which I think is always great. So I'll put a link to that in the show notes so that you can see what her ideas are for it.
Yay!
Yay! All right. And up next, you are going to tell us about a beanie.
Yeah, so something that I kind of wanted to start introducing into the podcast was, like, I have like a passion for finding designers or makers that are on Instagram that maybe don't have as much recognition as I think that they should have. So I have a couple patterns today. I'm going to start with one of them, but that just kind of highlight a different designer that I've been watching, some of them for years actually. So the first one is going to be the Slipped Beanie by Corrine Turner. Her Instagram handle is Rin Knits.
Are we going to put in a picture?
Yes, we are, right here. So this one, I know a couple weeks ago around like Christmas time, we were talking about like a quicker knit pattern. This one is done in a super bulky, which would knit up quite quickly, and it has a really nice little motif of a design with the cable work that I really love. So I did a couple of different ones for colors. I think that with that, I like when it comes to a pattern that has like a cable or like a stitch work thing, I tend to choose lighter colors when I do that, only because I feel like it shows off that pattern more.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel if you do like maybe a variegated or you do like a darker color, that all that work that you did for the cabling and everything gets a little bit lost sometimes. So that's why I chose this. Nice.
So this is Big Wool by Rowan, which is a super bulky merino wool. And it's super squishy.
It'd be so nice and comfy on.
Yeah.
And so I say that as I do also have a dark color here.
Yeah, that's not that dark though. I wish I could tell you the names of the colors. Obviously, this is like the white one, but you know, color 001. That, you know, they do have names, but they don't put them on the label, so it doesn't sound very sexy, right?
What is that? Oh, color 001.
Right.
And then this is the other one
Yeah, and this is
chose.
color 092.
092.
I'll put the names in the. Oh, this one goes with your glasses.
It does.
Look at that.
Ooh.
You could wear it with this and your glasses.
And my
like-
glasses. I could have a whole moment. Maybe I should do that one time. We just get a whole bunch of yarn and make a headpiece out of it. Like randomly here.
I feel like that's something that Jeremy would get into with his like custom headpieces.
so,
that he
too.
makes. Yeah.
Just like a whole bunch of schemes. I chose this beautiful purple color as well.
Of course.
And then what color is this one?
023.
Oh my goodness. Did anyone get bingo yet?
And obviously, I love a good purple.
Alright, and then I switched it up on y'all. I did a Malabrigo. This color is called Melon.
And that's the Rasta, which is also super bulky merino.
I think it's
But
really
it's
pretty.
hand-dyed, so you get that kettle-dyed effect as opposed to the Rowan Big Wool, which is going to be like a nice solid color.
And it's going to be super soft and super squishy.
Yay.
And then the other thing, because this, in the pictures that Rin has on there, has a pom-pom, and Anna has some amazing pom-poms at her store.
They are vegan fur pom-poms, and they
You have
come...
that blue one, the blue yarn.
Yeah.
But just think how cute that would be together.
And so just see if people a closer look, because these are faux fur, but they're really well made, and we have them in a few different colors. So we put in a link for that. And do not be fooled by the box. I do not have the bright pink ones. They're not available. I don't know why the box is bright pink. Gorgeous. And so, next thing I wanted to talk about is we just got a restock of 757 sock yarn from Traveling Yarn, which is beautiful hand dyed. And so we got some of our favorite like colors that we've had before, like lavender lemonade, which I absolutely adore. And of course, Witchy Woman. That one's kind of obvious, right? Absolutely love that. And we got some colors that we didn't have before, such as Slutty Pumpkin, which is a great name, and the colorway is also beautiful. I love sort of the hints of green in here. And if you're looking for just like a one skein project that you can use for this, Flying Dutchman by Ash Alberg is a great pattern. I'll pop in a photo right now. And also, you picked some colors that you liked. So let's see what you got.
So I got this beautiful one here.
Ooh, that's also a new one. That one's called Lunar Reflection.
There we go.
So that's really stunning.
And then we got this beautiful one. Where's the name on it?
Oh, Marblehead Harbor. And for those of you who don't know the area, Marblehead is right next to Salem, sort of like that way from the shop, and it's right on the water.
Has a really pretty lighthouse, and
Yeah.
you can look over.
Yeah. And, you know, as I'm always on a quest to get people to knit toe-up socks, I also wanted to share that this book that I contributed to finally came out. It's called Knitstrips. And this is something that has been in the works, like in the background for a couple of years now. But what it is, it's knitting patterns that are put together in a comic strip format, you know, with illustrations. That is really cool. And it's sort of helping you learn how to make different knitted things. And I contributed to it a sock pattern that's written for any gauge of yarn, toe-up socks to fit your feet, and so it's kind of one of those like universal patterns for any gauge. Cool. And so, you know, if you want to just try your hand at like just some super basic toe-up socks with a short row heel, that's something that you can see here in this book. You can see your toes up by me, and it's really exciting because, you know, there's some people that I really admire in this book along with me. And so here's my bio, here's me, which is kind of exciting. And, you know, Casey Rich is someone who lives here in the area. She's a newer designer and she's really cool. We all know that, you know, Cecilia Campochiaro is awesome. And, you know, Jeanette Sloan is amazing. She's a British knitwear designer and she's part of Vogue's Diversity Council with me right now.
I just love cartoon version of you.
Yeah.
I think it's so cute.
That's awesome. And, whoa, who is? Sorry, phone call was coming in. Julia Falwell Clays is a friend of mine. She's really amazing. And Natalie Warner, also a fantastic designer and teacher. She's taught some workshops for us, and she's incredibly skilled. So I'm really excited about this book. So come knit some socks. Yeah, and so you wanted to tell us about an awesome new sweater pattern.
I am so excited about this pattern. So I have been following this individual for a long time. His name is Chin. He goes by Chin Chew Together on Instagram. He is releasing a sweater pattern actually Friday, so hopefully this podcast will be coming out around the same time as
so
his
theoretically
release.
It's releasing today.
Yeah. So this, I just have been obsessed. It's color work all the way down. Let's put in a picture because I'm talking about it already. And so
it's really amazing.
It
really is stunning color work.
It's just, no words. Like you need to check it out, and you need to like, subscribe, follow him so much. It's so good. So
you said that there was some cultural significance to the pattern.
Is.
Can you share something about
that?
So
the thing is that with that, I don't have as much knowledge on that right now. So I would love to give education on it, but I don't feel like I have the knowledge right now to give an accurate.
So at least we can say
base.
We know that the pattern has some cultural significance to the designer, and hopefully we can link some information about that in the notes. But that makes it just extra.
It makes it extra special.
Yeah.
I've been talking with Jin for a bit about this or actually since last night, and going over colors that he would particularly like represented for this sweater. So I have a couple color suggestions, and once you get the pattern, you can choose whichever ones you'd like. But I think that these ones would be good. The original one that he knit was in a white color and this in like a black color. Mm-hmm. So this one, for all of these color suggestions, I'm going to probably stick with the neutral as your contrasting color.
And then you're going to say the Malabrigo Rios.
The Malabrigo Rios.
Just say Rios. I thought it said sock on it for a moment. I don't know. My brain just malfunctioned. I saw an S and I freaked out.
So that, this one is the color combination kind of that he used.
So natural and black.
Natural and black. So I'm going to kind of probably get a really sore arm and keep this one up.
Do you want me to hold it for you? I'll do it.
Sweet.
I got the arm strength.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Alright, so then he was suggesting like a orange and white with that.
Yeah, so this is sunset.
And then I'll go into... So he did say like kind of a brown, but like a variegated. I saw some hints of brown in this, so I'm hoping that this is kind of the vibe that he was looking for.
Yeah, and this is piedras.
And then a blue.
And this is aguas.
Nice. And then,
of course,
but not least, it's us.
Frank Ochre Ocean. I feel like you've called it something else before too, and I don't even remember.
Ogre.
Frank Ogre.
Frank Ogre. Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Frank something.
Yeah, and so this was a pattern that we had talked about. We're suggesting Malabrigo Rios, but you can definitely use a Berroco Ultra Wool if you want something that's a little more budget friendly. The colors won't have that kettle dyed effect, but it's still like a really beautiful workhorse yarn.
It is.
Yeah. So that's what we had to share with you today. We've missed being here, so we hope that you're happy to see us back. And I do have one announcement before we go. We are already working behind the scenes on our spring Fiber Witch boxes, so there's some cool stuff coming up for spring. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah. I don't know, honestly, but if you liked this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, randomly, I want to know all of your favorite color. So if you're watching this and you've watched it all the way to the end, comment your favorite color below.
Yeah. Oh, and hold up. We never circled back to Emo Jacob pictures. And so we're not going to let that slip since all of you wanted to see that. We are going to at least put in one photo of Emo Jacob after this because his mom did find some, but there will be more.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot more, but so for today, just a little taste of Baby Jacob, and enjoy.